everybody, it's Cheryl back again. I haven't done a real lot of doodle lately because I've been doing a short film and I've really got into doing some special effects makeup like zombies and that. If you want to have a look at what I've been doing, check it out on my other channel. This doodle was done just before Christmas, so it's got a bit of a Christmassy theme. It's in the shape of a star, and some of the patterns are a little bit on the Christmas side, but I'm sure you could use it any time. I just did the basic star shape, a bit of a fat star, divided the sections up, and then decided to work on the top one. I just ruled it all up. Well, not really ruled it up. I did some lines to segregate it out. And sometimes I often start with a very central pattern, but you don't have to. It can be abstract. I like to use a lot of basic lines and then fill them in. Circle is always a really good starter. You can put things inside the circle like dots or springs or stars, but they can also be used to look like a string of pearls if you put a little bit of reflector in them, which is what I like to often do, just to give them a little bit of a height. And then I drop the background back by colouring it in black. As you can see in this, I have just added a little bit of the dark black along the little borders, and it just makes the circles pop up and out of the page, and it doesn't take long to do. It's a good fun one. Good old dots, what would we do without them? They are such great little fillers, little dots, little squares, little squiggles. Now the thing that I'm having an attempt at on this side is a chain-like effect, and that's why I've done it in pencil to see if I can get my head around the 3D part of it. I've done the circle at the front, and then I've started to link each little cable through. I'm not sure if it's going to work, but we'll see how it goes. Well, it seems to be working. A little bit unorthodox at places, but as you say, doodle is not meant to be even or tidy. It's why it's called doodling. But I think the chain link type drawing seems to be working. I decided to just give it a little bit of fill in with just the lines. They are another great basic filler, as is with the dots and the strokes. You can try to keep them straight, or you can give them a bit of a wiggle, and you can also texture them up by giving them a little bit of shadow as well. You could leave just doing one side, but obviously I decided to do the other side as well. It makes the chain sort of sit up a little bit higher from the background. It makes the lines like a background, which is kind of fun. I thought I would try something different and just give a little bit of a shadow line along the bottom. You don't have to do it on both sides. This star is starting to look like a cluster of leaves to me, but that doesn't matter. It's whatever you want. Now this is where it's got a bit Christmassy. I decided that the canes would look good in here, and you can fill them in solid colour or stripe or dots or whatever you like. This is just what I could think of for Christmas. I filled this section in with sort of tubes, which are still looking a bit like candy canes, but a close-up version of them. I love, as you may have noticed, I like using them a lot. You can use them just as a straight line or like a pipe, or you can put stripes around them, or you can put patterns on them. There's really a lot that you can do with this pipe-like structure. I was just thinking that this is starting to look like a plumber's nightmare with these pipes going everywhere, or tubes. See, as I've done here, on some of them I've angled the patches of colour on a different angle, and it just gives it a bit of depth. That's one great thing about using the heavier black texture. It does give it depth to your art. It brings the lighter stuff forward and drops the background back. These little fine lines are what I call shadowing, just to define what's on top and what's underneath. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This doodle is starting to look like a seed pod that it's just busting to open up. The way I've done the lines with the curves, it does give it depth though. It does make it seem like that branch of the star or leaf is on an angle. It's like it's popping up out of the picture. And the sides, I've just done a series of loops to finish off, circles inside circles, but I've attached them to the side so they're a little bit like pods in a seed pod. And it's a nice way to sort of keep it a little bit organic. As I said, I love doing these and I never know where they're going to go. I will start off with a shape and just start adding to it, and something that I draw will make me think of doing something else. And you just never know where it's going to end. I hope you're really enjoying doing doodling because I find it very relaxing, even though I am videoing it as I do it and I have to set that aside. I do doodling when I'm waiting at appointments and things like that. People do give me a funny look, but it does fill in the time. I have a smaller pad that I take with me for drawing, and I listen to some music while I'm waiting, especially when you've got a long wait at a doctor's surgery or something like that. Well, I hope you enjoyed this doodle. I enjoyed making it, and I think that it gives me an idea to do something else. I promise I will get some more drawing done for you. I do have some finished ones. As I said, I've done them sitting in the car or sitting in the waiting room, so I don't have the full making of them, but some of them may give me an idea to do some more. And it doesn't really take me that long. It might take me 45 minutes or so to do the drawing, but I'm also talking to my family at the same time or listening to music. So please, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to leave comments. If you have any questions, just ask them and I'll try to answer them straight away. And if you would like any sample sheets or even a printout, I can send you a JPEG of the drawing if it'll give you a bit of a guide, but you don't need to copy it exactly. Just take bits out of one drawing and bits out of another one and put it all together, and then it makes it something totally yours, because none of the ideas are original. They all come from nature or other people, and I don't claim to be the main artist for any of these things. I've seen them in other people's work and taken a little bit from here, a little bit from there. I hope you enjoy this and keep doodling. Bye.